Hey everyone, welcome back to Narrate Now, the place where we break down creepy stories and mind-bending mysteries. Today we're diving into a supernatural thriller that starts with something simple. A woman cooking dinner. She's in the kitchen when she hears strange whispers coming from the sink. Not water running, actual voices saying they're going to kill her. Her husband Juan comes home and she tells him about it. He checks the sink but hears nothing. He tells her to relax, maybe it's just the neighbors doing renovations. But later that night, Juan hears knocking on the bathroom wall at 5 a.m. Thinking it's the neighbor again, he yells at them. But the knocking keeps coming. When he checks again, he realizes it's coming from inside his own house. He rushes to the bathroom and finds his wife violently thrashing around, smashing into the walls like she's possessed. He tries to calm her down, but it's useless. Later, 3 experts show up: a forensic guy, a paranormal investigator, and a professor. They're not blaming Juan, they just want to understand what happened. Juan mentions something weird. His neighbor Walter had been acting strange for a while. Turns out Walter had called the professor days earlier, saying there was something in his house. He felt a presence under his bed, couldn't sleep without pills, and one night his entire bed shook. He plugged in a cord under the bed and a dark shadow sprinted across the room. The next morning, his place was trashed. So Walter sets up a camera to catch whatever it is. That night, while he's asleep, a creepy shadow watches him, then slips into his wardrobe. But when Walter checks, nothing's there. Watching the footage again, he realizes it came from under the bed. Things get worse. He sees the shadow in the reflection of his gun, tries to grab it, and is slammed to the ground by something invisible. Next day, a kid runs into Walter's house to get some water while playing. Walter snaps and kicks him out. Tragically, the kid runs into the street and gets hit by a bus. The boy turns out to be Alicia's son, Juan's neighbor. The police clean the scene, unknowingly washing away something important. After the funeral, forensic expert Jano gets involved. Alicia says she's hearing whispers and seeing footprints. Jano thinks it's grief, maybe even delusion. He suspects Alicia might have even dug up her son's body. As they talk, a glass of milk falls off the table by itself. Jano suddenly isn't so sure anymore. To protect Alicia, who's also the officer's ex, Jano tells them to blame everything on post-mortem reflexes and to keep it off the record. Outside, Jano spots a woman taking pictures. Turns out it's Professor Albrecht, a paranormal researcher. She joins the investigation. They all start connecting the dots. The stories from Juan, Walter, and Alicia, they might all be tied together. That night, a kid walks through a wall and into the room. He sees the corpse, and its head turns toward him. Creepy. Meanwhile, someone records the whole thing by accident. Later, Jano and Officer Funes try to quietly dispose of the body, but the fridge it's in starts shaking like something's alive in there. Professor Albrecht insists the investigation continue. They realize these events might be spreading, possibly through water. Alicia's home has no power, so the team sets up paranormal gear in complete darkness. That's when things really go off the rails. In the kitchen, they find knives and utensils stuck to the ceiling. As Rosenstock, the investigator, reaches out, a knife flies into his hand, and something hidden starts feeding on his blood. All the objects start trembling. They know now. These spirits are drawn to blood. Funes tries to hold it together, but the stress is too much. He calls Jano, only to see something in his mirror. A ghostly figure behind him, visible only in the reflection. At the same time, Albrecht sees cracks forming in the walls, and something, not human, hiding inside. Later, Rosenstock finds the room full of shadowy creatures. He believes darkness and light exist at the same time. You just need the right perspective to see the truth. Funes freaks out and runs.
Tiempo, darkness and light.
but then remembers Jano's alone and rushes back. He finds blood-stained handprints inside a cupboard, and eventually Jano's lifeless body. Meanwhile, Albrecht discovers Walter hiding inside a wall. Funes warns her, "Don't trust anything you see tonight." Albrecht finally figures it out. The paranormal entity is spreading through water. The boy drank contaminated water at Walter's house, and when the police cleaned the accident scene, it flowed into the sewer, eventually reaching Juan's home. Suddenly, a hand bursts from the wall and grabs Albrecht, giving her a heart attack. At the same time, a demonic figure starts emerging from behind Rosenstock. Funes wakes up to furniture moving on its own.
Puede juntarse, anidarse, reproducirse.
Then Alicia shows up, furious after watching a video showing Funes hiding a body. But he pleads with her, and she softens. But then he sees the corpse again, and realizes Alicia may have completely lost it. He escapes, radios for help, and Alicia goes to the police. They share Funes' location, thinking he's still investigating. But when they get there, his car's gone. His team tries to approach the house, but Funes warns them to stay away, even though they see someone who looks like him just standing outside. Funes returns one last time, this time with cans of gasoline. Inside, he finds Alicia has hanged herself. Horrified but determined, he soaks the house in fuel and tries to light a match, but it won't stay lit. He turns, sees Jano's ghost blowing it out. Funes panics, fires his gun at the gas, and the entire house erupts into flames. 5 years later, 3 people visit Juan. They ask if he remembers the experts who came. He nods but can't recall names. He shows them a photo. It's Professor Rosenstock, face burned, then points toward the door and says, "That's him." But his face was different. As they look toward the door, a chair suddenly lifts into the air and flies straight at them. That's where the story ends. Or maybe where it really begins. What do you think? Spirit possession? Waterborne curses? Or just grief-driven madness? Let us know your theory in the comments. And if you're into creepy movie recaps, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. This is Narrate Now. See you in the next one. See you.